99 bottles, yeah, we've got 'em all. Line 'em all up and we'll drink till we fall. 'Cause Arthur Cantina's the best liquor store. Arthur Cantina, you'll never need more.
All right, well, welcome to another wonderful episode of the Arthur Cantina podcast. I'm your host, JP, with the other host, Anthony.
Yep.
I feel like I'm talking to no one because there's no mic in my face.
Every couple episodes you see we get new tech in.
We get new tech like monkeys in a spaceship. We try to figure it out.
Try to make this show a little bit better, a little bit easier to listen to, easier for our producer to produce. So, little by little, you see all this fun shit going on.
I feel like it's a very somber episode.
Why?
I don't know. I feel weird because, like you said, I can't scream like a baboon. I don't got the microphone.
You got the shades on. You can use that as your shield, your mask.
Yeah, no, I know the mask, but like the microphone, I feel like I'm fucking. That's another thing. I gotta stop cursing. A lot of F-bombs. Every word out of my mouth. That's a personal criticism of mine. But anyway, the microphone, I can get rallied up. I get it. I get how people that get behind a microphone, they get rallied up.
Speaking of rallies, who got shot yesterday?
That's a good segue. Yeah. Yesterday was the assassination attempt of former president, current president candidate Donald J. Trump, sending out, what do they call it? Thoughts and prayers to him, his family, and everyone else who was at that rally. There was a poor person that ended up getting killed.
Yeah.
That's got to be first of all, if you go to any sort of political rally, you're an idiot. That's just my take on anything. Like
fanatic.
The only parade or rally I've ever been to were the 2 Super Bowl fucking parades for the New York Giants. Let's go. But if you were gonna go, I'm gonna go support this candidate, and you die from it, that sucks, bro.
What's crazy is that person died. Mm-hmm. So obviously there's gunshots flying by. The crowd, for the most part, just stayed in place.
No, they all were ducking down.
Okay, but they didn't fucking stampede out of there.
Well, that would have been way worse, I feel like. You start stampeding, it gets very chaotic.
I mean, you could probably compare this to other footage of mass shootings and things like that where people just go fucking
of course,
going crazy. I guess that people there were very unified, so they didn't feel that they had to run or stampede. It's a lot of can be studied by this event that happened yesterday. A lot can be looked at.
It's a failed assassination and coup attempt by the CIA. We see it 100,000 times, over and over again. But I don't want to get into it.
We're not going to know for another 60, 70 years.
I mean, we still won't know. They still haven't.
Still don't know about JFK. Still don't know about Princess Diana. You still don't know about, who's that other guy that got killed, shot?
I don't know, everybody.
You still don't know who the hell really did it.
Well, when Reagan got shot, it was because this wackadoo wanted to impress Jodie Foster or something crazy like that.
So he tried to shoot Reagan.
Yeah, and I don't think Jodie Foster was ever I hate Reagan. I think she was a young girl at the time.
Before our time, who knows?
Anyway, so that's the topic of the week. That Trump got shot yesterday.
So his fist pump was a nice rallying cry for him.
Yes, he's gonna win the election hands down now.
But what most people don't know about, unless you watch all the videos, is him trying to grab his shoes at the very end.
Producer Joey showed me this morning. We were talking about it. He goes, the best part is when he talks about his shoes. And I go, what? I didn't see that.
I think we could play that clip, right?
Yeah, we could play
that clip. Let's play that clip.
Clip?
Let me get my shoes. I got you, sir. Let me get my shoes. Hold on, your head. So we got to move to the box.
And
fucking hilarious.
Let me get my shoes.
Want to get my shoes?
I'm gonna say that anytime something terrible happens to me, and I get hurt. I'll just be like, let me get my shoes.
I mean, his security looked like they're a little bewildered by what the hell was going on. You thought they'd prepare for this kind of stuff. Isn't that what they're trained to do?
Yeah, you can train all day, but once crap hits the fan.
Do you think they're fans themselves?
I don't know. I'm sure they all have separate opinions. I'm sure some people like whoever, sure some like them, some don't. It's like people you work for. Sometimes you like the person, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
Yeah, you you have no idea what it's like.
Oh, I've worked for people plenty of times. I didn't become the boss until recently.
Yeah, but you work. That's a whole different atmosphere.
Working for your family is a whole other animal.
So, I mean, I don't know. We're gonna have a goofy of the week. We were trying to do a very educational episode. No guests today.
The goofy of the week is probably the guy who shot like 7 times and only grazed his ear and killed the bystander.
I think he shot like 4 or 5 times, something like that. Killed a poor person standing behind Donald J. I mean, I guess that is a goofy. I mean, is it a goofy? I mean, would he not be the goofy if he hit the mark and then
he did take a shot, right?
He took a shot. He missed.
He missed. He took a shot. I mean, there's only going to get one chance at killing him. He's not going to come out of that thing alive.
He's just, yeah, well, listen. He's a fringe psychopath that the CIA find, and they gas them up to do these sort of things to sway stuff in their direction. What are you going to do? Like any other terror attack or mass shooting.
Not have a rally on a farm.
Operatives.
That's crazy.
He got the best part. Donald Trump has a rally in the South Bronx, right down over here.
No one shot him.
Dude, the guy
talk
was a
all the
hero.
shit you want to talk about the Bronx.
All the shit you want about the Bronx. Not one gunshot fired.
Well,
he goes to Pennsylvania, and gets shot in the face. That's wild. Now I'm getting riled.
Also true. Also true.
Comes to the South Bronx, showered with love, and then goes to PA and got shit in the face.
Call the Bronx a shithole.
Yeah.
Plenty of people have.
I ain't never going to wherever Pennsylvania.
Boot Ridge.
It's criminal violence out there, man.
But fuck PA.
Damn.
You know what? Fuck PA. Not the people in PA, but fuck PA.
Now you sound like me when I'm like, fuck the Chinese. Not the Chinese people, the government of China. Yeah,
I got a lot of reasons why I say fuck PA, but us not being able to ship to PA really fucked us.
Of course.
So I got my own vendetta with the fucking state of PA.
Yeah. I agree with that.
That's a whole other thing, whole other story.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then you get these, whatever, people from PA like, if I could fight it for $40. You can't. It's not there.
It's
not there.
Maybe it was that kid was like one of those guys.
He is one of those guys. Because I know one of those guys, that someone who's asking about prices in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
He's that kid.
I can get it for $10 if I go drive 30 miles.
Yeah, go for it.
I have fun with that, man. Go sit in traffic.
Go wait online like it's
go have some
Modern Warfare 2 release, midnight release.
Imagine that, right?
So is that the goofy? The guy renamed Matthew something Cook or whatever they're framing?
Matthew Hornwell Cook, whatever his name is.
We were saying it's always a 3-name person.
Also, we were saying that last night, too.
Yeah. And then, obviously, I'm a 3-name person.
Well, if you put my middle name, I'm a 3-name person,
Well, that's the thing. I think they just throw the middle name to make it, like, anyone who does...
Oh, so they Google it. It's not like Matthew Cook, data scientist in fucking Florida.
You're like, oh, yeah. Put the 3-namers.
You put 3 names in there.
Yeah, like I was saying, we're supposed to have an educational episode today. If you could see, well, I just realized this. We have the wide shot. You can't see any of these because the cameras are in front of them. But...
Well, we'll take one at the end.
Yeah, we'll take one at the end.
We'll
we have a summer wine collection.
So this is a venture that JP's been working on for the last couple of weeks. And if it fails completely, you get to just blame him. Mm-hmm. But he spent a lot of time putting together the wine club. For some reason, you would think it'd be easier to do things in Shopify. But Shopify some things sucks. Like this gives us such a hurdle to get a simple wine club set up. So we put together 12 bottles of wine, and it's set up so you can subscribe and save and get billed every month. And we'll put together a different box every month. So this is our first one that we're doing. We picked out a nice spread, and these are all geared towards summer reds and summer whites and summer rosés. Rosé for the most part.
It's the Arthur Cantina Summer Wine Collection. So this is the wines you can sit.
2024 summer wine.
2024 summer wine.
I feel like we're a fucking magazine closed that we're sending you like a little pamphlet.
You order it, you're getting, a great deal, quite honestly. It's like, it's like what, $60? You're getting free shipping, you're getting more than 10% off the retail value of these wines, plus the free shipping.
So you get, like you said, 10% off the price.
More than 10. I think it's like
plus the free shipping. It's a $260 value for $200.
Yeah, and they're all fantastic wines. We
did the hard work of picking out a nice spread of wines. You already got enough going on. You're getting the barbecue going. You got friends coming over. You don't know what they want to drink, who drinks what, whatever. We're going to send you this whole kit so you have something for everyone and a little informational pamphlet to go with it, breaking down what is what pairs with what, make your life a little bit easier. And you save money at that too.
Yeah, and it's a good assortment. It's a prosecco. It's red wines. It's rosés. It's white wines. It's juicy. There a couple sweet, a couple fruit forward. It's a good spread. I'm happy with it.
You might not like a sweet wine, but when you're
in there.
having dessert at
But
the end,
it's in there. You better enjoy it.
when the fruit comes out, you need a sweet wine to go with it. You can't have something tart. It'll taste like shit. So you want a sweet dessert, has to have a sweet wine. Piece of fat, nice piece of beef, barbecue, you need a nice dry red with a little bit of acid to counter that fat. A little bit of bubbly, why not? Everyone likes Prosecco. Everyone wants a little bit of bubbly. Make your spritz. If you got some Aperol at home, get crazy.
Amen, brother.
Lose your mind. Take your shirt off. But don't shoot at the fucking former president, please. Whatever you do, please don't drink our wine and go shoot the president.
Yeah, we do not endorse any sort of violence, political or otherwise.
Our products are meant to have a good time
Yeah.
with your friends and family.
I mean, if you drink too much, you might get some courage and fight somebody, but I recommend not to do that.
That guy would have shot Trump if he had a few drinks in him?
He would have, no. He probably would have made it on the roof. He would have fell off climbing on that roof.
Some fucking vendetta that guy set out on.
Listen, man, it's 8 years of the Democrats saying, fight MAGA people, Trump is Hitler, Trump is this, and then they go, wait a second, how can a political violence happen? I don't know. Give the guy a couple bottles of Incel meat, he probably would have been enjoying his summer. If this guy would have ordered all that stuff. He couldn't because he's in PA. So PA,
yeah, see, that's
ship.
probably why.
We could have saved a lot of harm and
Could have shipped him some Arthur Cantina wine. Could have avoided this whole disaster.
He would have been enjoying his summer. He would have catered. He would have said, all this political. It doesn't matter who's in office. It's all going to be the same BS.
Maybe that's why the Bronx people didn't shoot Trump.
Yeah, I'm going to sip this
Cantina products.
La Crema Christi. It's delicious, juicy, fruity, not too sweet, not too dry.
It's a little on the lighter side. I like the Sorrentino. It was a great wine that was drank at my kid's birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone went crazy for it. It's volcanic soil, so you got a little bit of dynamic flavor going on there. Not the usual wine that grows. So a lot going on. The Torreni, the Frappato, nice fruit to it, Sicilian. So that's something a little different to it as well. It's not going to be so aggressive, so you could dial that in a little bit more. You don't have to have something so fatty with it. Or you could crack that open first, let everyone's palate get adjusted to it. The Dolcetto is thinner and drier. People always say to pair Dolcetto with pizza. It works well with the tomato sauce and the cheese. You can also do the same thing with the pasta. Pair it with the Dolcetto. But traditionally, you do it with pizza. Diatom is Chardonnay from California. I really don't remember much about this because we just bought this, so it's kind of new.
It's very good. It's unoaked. It's easy drinking. It has more. I don't want to say it's bolder, but it stood out to me amongst the other Chardonnays that we have. I guess more flavor. Does that make sense?
We try to stay away from super oaky Chardonnays. I think it destroys your palate. Mm-hmm. We do have one that's pretty oaky for the person that wants it. Don't get me wrong.
Which one is that?
That is the Toasted Head.
Toasted Head, yeah. Very
super oaky. Might as well light a cigarette in your mouth. The next guy is the Puati Sauvignon Blanc.
Another one. Very grapefruit on the.
Tons of citrus, tons of grapefruit rind.
Another. I love a good Sauvignon Blanc.
Nice high tart acidity. Really cleans the side of your mouth. I love nice Sauvignon Blanc, especially ones that aren't super cat pissy, like the Californian Sauvignon Blancs can be. Don't get me wrong. It's a little off-putting to hear the term cat pissy, but it nails it on the head. Is what it smells
crazy.
like.
You would say that. I'm like, no way. And then you smell one of these Sauvignon. I'm like, wow, it smells like cat piss.
Yeah, there are a couple of Italian Sauvignon Blancs that are cat pissy. This one isn't though. The Puati is pretty balanced. Then the other guy is La Giosia. New Prosecco for us. Pretty high quality. Prosecco is 100% Glera. It is then carbonated to become the Prosecco. So your classic, no frills, run-of-the-mill Prosecco, but not a low quality. Some high-end stuff. Real Sparina Gavi. You want to hit that one? No. So Gavi, it comes from the smaller commune of Gavi. You're going to have a little bit of minerality, straw, medium-bodied, a nice white to offer a little more flavor in.
With Gavis, this is why you're the learning tree. I'm trying to learn.
It's Cortese, the grape.
Cortese grape.
The region is called Gavi. So think like Gavi's New York
Yes.
State, Gavi di Gavi's New York City.
Yes. Now, agave compared to a, let's just say the Sauvignon Blanc. What are the...
So Sauvignon Blanc's thinner and lighter. Gavi's going to be a little bit heavier. It's going to have the straw. It's going to have a little bit of minerality. You won't really pick that up in the Sauvignon Blanc. Now,
So not as fruit forward as the...
No, you won't get any citrus in the
Okay.
Gavi. Like you'll have that minerality kind of come through, and you're like, oh, what is that? And it's like calcium and like clay and stuff like that.
It's like straw, minerally...
I like to say straw. I think that kind of...
Okay, because I always have a hard time trying to describe agave. Because I'm like, it's not like...
But you
like
nailed
a
it on the head.
Pinot, like a-
Sauvignon Blanc is always going to be that. Sauvignon Blanc's main flavors are going to be citrus, floral, which you can also say fragrant. If it's from New Zealand, it's going to be grassy. So, like lemongrass, wheatgrass, it's very, very grassy. If it comes from California, it can be cat pissy. If it comes from Italy, it can be cat pissy too. It depends on how they make it, or what style they choose. But it's always going to be tart, acidic. Where it comes from is going to have the citrus flavors, or the lemongrass flavors, or the cat pissy nose to it.
Cat pissy. It's one way to describe a wine, man.
The French also make a very floral Sauvignon Blanc. High-end Sauvignon Blanc from the French is Sancerre. So if you want like a really top end, you go for Sancerre. You're going to pay $30, maybe 26 if you find a cheaper producer, but around that range.
And what's that? After the two rosés that we got in there?
So the Centine, however you pronounce it. I always forget how to pronounce it, but whatever. We're in America. That's a typical rosé. I think they blend Sangiovese with some other varietal. I don't know off the top of my head. And it doesn't really say... Oh, I grabbed
That's your
I
boy.
grabbed D'Agostino.
That's D'Agostino.
I'll talk about that one next.
We gotta get Dag on, man.
Yeah, we gotta get him back on here.
The Lost Dag episode.
It doesn't say what varietals are in this, but if I had to guess, oh, it does say Sangiovese and Merlot. So both of those are red grapes. They probably just press the juice. Juice comes out white. They take the skins and they throw it in a tea bag and throw it into the pot and get a little bit of rosé color. Seeing how light it is compared to the D'Agostino, maybe 12 hours.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe 18 hours tops. D'Agostino has a little more color, so they might let the skin sit for a little bit longer, which in turn imparts more flavor. Think of it just like a tea bag. If you put the tea bag in just real, like one dip, two dip, you're going to get a little bit of flavor. If you let that tea bag sit in there longer, the tea's
a little bit. I don't want to think
darker in
about
color.
Greg Dag teabagging anything.
But that's where this color is a little bit different. And this is Rosato. This is from Abruzzo. So I think it's just Montepulciano. But he might blend it. Next time we get him on, we'll get him to talk more about this.
I think he said it was blended with something. I forgot exactly.
It might be
what.
two different varietals.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll mix a red with the white just to get that rosé. Sometimes I'll just use a white wine and seep it with the tea just to get it a little bit of pink color, a little bit of flavor.
That dirty Dag.
Pecorino, not the cheese. These come from La Marche. Pretty sure it's La Marche. Well, Ascoli Piceno, sorry. Nice area by a company called Velenosi. Got a bunch of really nice wines in the area. Definitely definitely tart. Definitely on the drier side. So not your typical white wine that's lacking flavor. This definitely has more to go on. But it does have a little bit of acidity, so you need to be eating it with... You need to have it with food. Don't drink it by itself.
Okay.
And then to round out the end, our sweet red. There's a Bracchetto di Acqui.
I love it.
Quick little lesson on area. Acqui is one of the areas inside Piemonte. You might have heard of the town called Asti. Ever heard of Moscato di Asti? Moscato di Asti is a sweet white. Bracchetto di Acqui is a sweet red. It comes from the town over, and that's what they focus on. They do really well with the sweet reds. Strawberry, raspberry, blackberry. On the sweetness scale, from 1 to 10, I'd say it's like an 8. It's pretty up there. But if you're going to give this to someone who doesn't drink wine, this is the wine to give them. Someone who, just like an older lady, and is like, I like sweet things. That's the wine to give them. They'll love it. They'll crush the whole bottle before you turn around.
Again, most people, they'll come in, I don't want anything sweet. And I was very like that. I don't like sweet wine. You drink this wine, I go, oh, this is gets me right in my sweet tooth. I love it.
A wine done well will taste fantastic.
No matter if it's dry, if it's sweet, if it's a good wine, you could be like, okay, this is a good wine.
If it's a wine done like shit, it's gonna taste like shit. But for someone who doesn't have a discerning palate, they'll think it tastes good.
Oh, and the last one. Are we gonna taste it?
Yeah, the Anselmi. Oh,
The
that's
Anselmi.
on here too. So
Yes.
Anselmi is a Sauvignon blend. I learned this like 5 times. I can't remember the blends that are in there. But Sauvignon,
Yeah, I don't.
Sauvignon Blanc, Sauvignon, whatever. There's like a weird name that they use. I forgot the name of it. But
Italian
delicious stuff.
Sauvignon Blanc blend.
Pretty much, if you like Sauvignon Blanc, this would be the wine for you.
See, Joey, know it's good? You can still hear me when I'm talking now. You're like, Joey's got to figure out now. He's like, I feel like he's like a lost man. He doesn't have the headset. He doesn't have the computer.
We
He's
gotta
like,
get him the one to plug into it. Then he'll be able to hear what the hell's going on.
he's just standing there. He's like, oh no. We might have to have Joey as the third mic.
Yeah, because of the other side of the mic.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine's right on this side.
Look, he's like trying to make sure we don't fuck anything up. He's nervous because he can't hear. He doesn't know if we're just talking to ourselves.
We'll find out what the fuck happens later. That's the problem with new tech. You find out. But I think it's gonna come out better because this mic is constantly in our face. A lot of times on the last episodes I've watched, when we turn away or you move your head this way, the voice gets lost.
Of course.
So it should come out a little bit clearer. In
Oh,
this
no,
one.
no. See, I got my collar hanging over it. I hope it doesn't affect anything. We'll see.
I also didn't study for these wines that were talked about, so I might be a little off. I might be a little spot on.
You know what's funny? Because we're always like, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do. We gotta,
Yeah, we always
But
do it the day of.
We do it the day of
we
because
do it an hour before.
It's just we're trying to run a store. We're trying we gotta run a business. I can't just sit here and.
I also think it's more organic if we just do it
Oh, if we just
like right before, like 30 minutes before on the fly.
Because honestly,
Like this Trump shit happened literally fucking last night when I'm home.
fucking
Sitting,
12 hours ago, not even.
I'm eating cheeseburgers with my family in the backyard, and I see pictures of blood all over Trump's face. So we don't have much to go on.
Well, yeah, because we didn't have like I said, this was gonna be a straight. This is wine. This is wine.
I didn't hear about the shoes part until this morning.
Shoes.
That's
The
so
shoes is
fucking
fantastic. Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes.
funny.
I want to get a shirt that just says "Let me get my shoes."
Let me get my
Nothing, no
shoes.
picture on it. Just says "Let me get my shoes," and no one's gonna understand what that means except for 4 people.
People getting killed. People getting shot. Let me get my shoes.
Let me get my shoes. What was his last words? It'd be like me as a 98-year-old man. Hopefully, I'll be in my deathbed surrounded by all my family. And I was like, "Let me get my shoes." And that was gonna be my last words. Like, what was Grandpa's last words? I don't know. He went senile. I had water, but
You have water?
You got water? I got my jug. Yeah,
Oh, so-
that's what I'm saying. I got my jug. So what are we getting? Drink these microplastics, man. Might as well.
Alright.
Life is doomed already.
See, now we shouldn't have the glass coming through. Like if we're drinking with it on the table, it shouldn't be coming through anymore.
A little palate cleanse.
I mean, it kind of smells a little cat pissy.
It does have a,
Very faint.
I wouldn't say cat piss. I would say
I smell a little cat pissy.
like, I mean, I get that.
Nice fruit.
Like fruity, citrusy on the nose. That's another guy we have to have on the podcast.
Luke, he should have come here during the week. We gotta talk with him. Maybe we could go to him to be on there.
We'd have to go to Luke for the podcast. He's a man of mystery. He's an international man of mystery.
It's pretty nice, man. Nice silk.
Yeah, I like it.
It's not like a tart or a tannic finish.
What
very
is on the
mellow.
tongue here? Let me see. Got that grapefruity and the Sauvignon Blanc, like,
There's a little bit of that rind
Yeah.
at the finish.
I mean, it's just like, problem is it goes down like water. I really do love this wine. I always recommend it. When people actually are like, oh, they're like, because people come in like, oh, what wine do you like? You know, because people want to try something new. I'm like, well, red, or, you know, you want white, you want red. And if they say white, I usually point them to this, because this is the white that I like to drink. Not a fan of Pinot Grigios, because it's like, it makes your butthole pucker, you know what I mean? When you drink a Pinot Grigio, it's like I don't really like it too much.
Palate isn't connected to my butthole, so I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't really
Gives you a
get
good
that.
pucker, man. Pinot's like, I don't know, I don't really like them. This, I can fucking sit here, pop in a bottle. Oh yeah, that's a summer wine, my friend.
That's a nice.
That's a nice summer wine. This is like, you're sitting outside, Saturday, Sunday, 84 degrees in the sun.
80 degrees.
80 degrees, whatever. Even if it's hotter, you can still enjoy it. Sit there and just sit, man. Beautiful wine. Shout out Luke. And the lady that, oh boy, the lady that, was she an owner?
Yes, she's one of the. I believe her brother makes the wine.
I forget
She's
her
a
name.
daughter?
Very nice lady.
Very nice lady. I forgot her name too.
Yeah, she came. She's the family of the, I guess the Anselmi. I don't know if that's the name of the family, Anselmi family, whoever it is that owned the.
We gotta get Luke on here.
Very nice Italian lady, and we also carry their.
We have the whole line from them.
We have the whole line.
Capital Croce, Capitelli something.
Yeah.
Oh, Foscarino.
And the dessert wine.
Yeah, I Capitelli is the dessert
Yeah.
wine. Dessert wine is really
It's
good.
fantastic. I love. See, I guess I am a sweet wine drinker. I say I'm not. Love dessert wines. I love the Brichetto. I love the Moscato. I mean,
You might be that kind of sweet fruity guy.
got a little sugar in my tank, as they say.
So who's the goofy of the week?
I mean,
The shooter? The Trump shooter?
I mean the shooter, but not really. Like,
yeah, well, that's outside the store. Inside the store.
like
you
we
pick
need
goofy of the
a
week.
local goofy, a goofy that happened in store. Let's go, Joey. Everything's good. What happened this week that could have caused the goofy? Who could be the goofy?
I mean, we had a goofy yesterday. I guess when it comes to taking orders from your superiors.
Oh wow.
People get a little upset sometimes, the heat in the moment.
He's whatever.
I think because we had a lady doing a tasting, and I think he got a little bit of.
He's lucky she was here.
I think he got a little bit.
Honestly, he was lucky because I bit my tongue because I didn't want to be like. Because then, like, I tried to be like, listen, just do what I say, and then he started getting loud, like, no, and then I was, whatever. There's no workplace violence. There's no none of that. But when you tell your fucking subordinate to do something, you do it.
So there's A and B managers. We learned in business school. A managers are kind of like the Gordon Ramsays, kind of like what you did, like you screamed and yelled at them, like you're
That's
fucking
funny.
wanker.
I love Gordon, baby. That's why I got that Gordon in me.
You're plunker. You burned the fish.
I got that Gordon in me. They say, man.
And there's B managers where you're kind of like, okay, doing like a constructive criticism. Like maybe it's better if we do it this way. I kind of want to be a B manager,
But it's hard.
but it's so hard because you just see something so obviously dumb that
Yes.
they're doing wrong. You're
Yes.
like, why the fuck would you do that?
Exactly.
And they're doing it for whatever they see in their head. They see it as, oh, that's the right thing to do at the time. And you don't see it like that at all. And you're fighting every part of your instinct to not flip out and hit him over the head with a club. Because that's what we used to do.
And then as of lately, I've been in a riled up mood to begin with. And
Guy's been fasting for 3 days,
I've been fasting. It's been
pushing his body to the edge.
a lot of changes in my life, and now like I got this kid mouthing off to me. But we squashed it. We hugged each other. We
Kissed,
shook
they made up.
hands.
They were
We
good.
kissed on the mouth. That's how we make up in this store. It doesn't matter.
Very Italian thing to do.
Doesn't matter your creed, color, race, sexuality, gender. We have to kiss on the mouth to make up, and that's what happened.
All right, well.
But that's still not even a goofy. That's not even a goofy.
Well, it's not really a goofy, but I think you should always look back in situations when you cool down and think like, what's the best way to handle this in the future? Because it's gonna occur again. It's always like there's no avoiding it. There's always gonna happen. Like something's gonna happen that you don't like, that you think is wrong. And what's the best way to handle it in the future? So I'd like to do that sometimes. Think back and say, now that I cool down, maybe I shouldn't have yelled. Maybe I shouldn't have screamed.
Of course.
But also then too, you know, this is downtime, right? The slow part of the year is July. And if you have mistakes that happen now you don't correct, and then they happen in December when we're fucking going crazy, you know, they could become a bigger problem. Like a snowball of a fire.
And also, you know, it's like you said, it's July, it's a down. You don't want mistakes now. Because
Now's the time to correct them.
they're harder to
Right.
bounce back from. Just like, say, you give someone, you know, whatever, a bottle breaks or whatever, you can't replace it like that because you don't get the turnover. That makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, if you make a big mistake, if you make a mistake on the slower end, it's harder to bounce back than if it was busy. If it was people in and out of the store. It makes more sense to make a goofy when it's like hectic and busy. You know what I mean? Because there's like so much shit going on. Oh, you know, you dropped this bottle and it broke, or, you know, you rang up the wrong bottle. You know, this guy left with a bottle that was, you know, a $30 bottle, but you only charged him $20 for some reason. But all right, you know what? We got way more people, more moving parts. You have more time on the downtime to like realize what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's less chaotic. You should make less goofies.
In theory.
In theory. But then, you know, some people get more laxed, and that and it ends up making goofies.
Yeah. I think that's the goofy of the week.
I don't know. I don't think it is, but I guess
I mean, we don't have anything else more sticking out. What else happened that was in... a bunch of shit happened.
Not like around the neighborhood, really, right? Nothing... Well, it's like the neighborhood's been on a lull. So there's not much action. Not much, you know, fighting with firemen or, you know, crazy person getting fired. And no. This morning, I don't know what happened in front of MG's. There was some sort of ambulance thing, but I don't know what happened.
Probably somebody choked on a piece of bacon.
Shout out MG's, Breakfast of Champions. We get them from there all the time.
Yeah, we would have got food from there today, but forgot my wallet at home. So I had to order from our good old friends at McDonald's. I actually went to the McDonald's that had the two kids get shot at.
That's why
earlier in the week.
My little sandwich tasted like it had human meat.
Crazy. Those two kids in the McDonald's get shot at.
Did they die, those kids? Those poor
I don't
children?
think so. I think they're all
Those poor innocent kids.
13-year-old, 14-year-old in the McDonald's.
Poor young youths. Probably just minding their own business, I bet.
I wonder if they left their shoes there. I wonder if they went
They
back
probably
to their
took
shoes.
no. They probably took their shoes, if you know what I mean. It's probably over the shoes. Oh, jeez, Louise.
This is fucking crazy. All right, well, I think that wraps it up for this episode.
No,
Did
I
a
said
quick,
we're gonna
clean
do
one?
a quick educational one. You can find our Arthur Cantina Summer Wine collection on our website, arthurcantina.com.
I'll throw a link in the description on the YouTube, so you can just click on there and go straight to it. But this should be up and live by the time we get this episode up. So it should be good to go from there.
Yeah, it's up and live now. So, yeah. And, you know, send us questions via our socials. We'll answer your questions on the podcast if you like.
If you want to just do 12 of like Brachetto, it's like you don't even want to mess around with the other wines, we'll give you the same discount.
Yeah, why not?
We'll work it out for you. Just shoot us a message and we'll do that for you too.
Yeah.
But I think you got a nice little package that we curated here for you, so it'll be good to go.
Again, what's the socials? Arthur Cantina?
Arthur Cantina Wine on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Even though we don't post on TikTok, but if you want to follow us on there, you can go on there too. Everything's Arthur Cantina Wine.
That's it.
Thanks
Again,
for tuning in.
questions, concerns, reach us out. Well, we're always responding.
Let us know what you think about the Trump fist pump. Let us know what you think about the Trump my shoes. I like to get everyone's opinion on those things.
Let us know if you had any of these wines. Let us know what you think about them.
Yeah, let us know what you think about it. If you like them, mention in the comments. Say, you know, hey, I like this wine. Hey, JP, stop yelling at poor sweet boys in the store.
Can't promise you that.
Thanks so much.
I'm a lover, and sometimes I get feisty, and I'll yell.
Gotta be
Thanks
that
for
way.
tuning in. I hope this is all recorded on these new mics. If not, it's going to be a disaster.
Otherwise, it's a fucking waste of our time, waste of your time, waste of Joey's time, waste of DGR's time.
All right.
We're not sponsored by them, by the way. But thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.
Goodbye.